Hey everybody, welcome to this week's blog and video. If someone asks me today, what's your faith? I say, I'm a Christian. But what does it look like to be a Christian? Years ago, when Chris and I started seeking God and asking questions, Kyle Jr., our son, had some trouble in public school with behavior and learning. So we thought maybe putting him in the Christian school would help him with those things. Now, at the same time, our family was new at asking questions, and I especially still had my doubts in God, and I definitely had my doubts in the people that profess to be following God or a part of God's world. So it didn't take too long, and Kyle Jr. had caused some issues. He pushed a boy into the stall in the bathroom and wouldn't let him out. And that boy, of course, went home and told his mom, which led to a call to the school's director, which led to a meeting. And I remember on the way to the meeting, I had said to my wife, now please remember we were new believers and seeking God and just asking questions. I'm not even sure I was a full believer at this time. I was just opening myself to questioning things. But on the way, I said, you watch, to my wife, you watch these Christians. They say one thing and then they do another. It's always all about the money. You see, I perceived this family of this other child as having money, and they'd been there a long time, and we were new and didn't have any money, and this is what's going to happen. They talk the talk, but they don't walk the walk. And I had it all figured out. Well, we show up at the school, and the director opens up the meeting in prayer. Now, at the meeting, it was myself, my wife, the director, an administrative person from the school, the mother of the boy that Kyle had bullied, I'm going to say, and then it was a family member that she had brought with her. And after prayer, the director asked the mother to share, and she was very upset, and rightfully so, at what Kyle had done to her son. She shared about how it affected him and scared him and impacted their family. And she was adamant that she wanted Kyle Jr. suspended indefinitely. Now, I remember sitting across, my emotions were really going because I was upset at myself. Because, see, I blamed myself for Kyle Jr.'s behavioral issues. Wasn't a very good role model for many years of him growing up. But then I was also upset at how dare you sit across the table, say you're a Christian, and want my son suspended indefinitely. You see, I didn't understand things then like I understand things now. So what that was the love of a mother. The love of a mother that God puts in mothers. They will do anything for their children. They will die for their children. They will stand up for their children. And God puts that in them. And that's amazing love, the love of a mother. But what I believe, looking back on the situation, what that mother missed was the love that we can only get from Jesus Christ that gives us the strength to forgive. So anyway, the director listened to the mother, listened to us, and quite frankly, I don't remember what Chris and I shared. But I do remember what happened next. The director, after hearing everyone, said, well, we've made a decision. The school and I have decided to let Kyle Jr. stay. That mother, she stood up. She was furious. She said a few words and she walked out. And she very quickly pulled her children from that school and she left. And I don't know today where they went or where she is. See, Kyle got to stay. And Kyle changed. And eventually, Kyle asked Jesus Christ into his life. And because of that, Kyle is in heaven today. Our son is in heaven today because of a decision that director in that school made that day. See, they chose to show, not just say, but show forgiveness, show grace, and show the love of Jesus Christ to us and my family and to my son. I pray each day that I could be a percentage of that kind of Christian as they are and as they were then and as they are today, because I still know them. And there's such an example and a role model of what a Christian looks like for me and my wife today. So we are so thankful for the people that God has put in our life to not just say what it means to be a Christian, but show and do what it means to be a Christian. God bless you guys.